know so many things I shouldn't know. When I walk in a room, heads go down.
I see you got a security guard that's the size of a wall. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a big guy.
And 7 others.
I'm just gonna go ahead and announce my retirement from stand-up. I'm kind of done.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
The last few years have been a whirlwind for comedian Katt Williams, turning down a $50 million contract, which he called selling his soul, followed by a series of bizarre incidents, robberies, home invasions, and public breakdowns. It raises the question, was Katt Williams targeted by powerful forces?
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time.
Now, more than ever, all signs point to a shocking connection between these incidents and none other than Jay-Z. Katt Williams, no stranger to controversy, has long exposed Hollywood's darker side. One of his most jaw-dropping claims came during an interview where he revealed Diddy offered him over $50 million to attend his infamous freak-off parties. Wild, unhinged events where Diddy allegedly sought total control over attendees, including their bodies.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no.
This shocking claim set off a chain of events that would change Katt's life forever. After rejecting the deal, the floodgates opened. Katt became a target of relentless harassment. His home was robbed, he faced physical attacks, and was arrested multiple times, often under suspicious circumstances. But these weren't random incidents. They seemed orchestrated. Katt repeatedly called out the entertainment industry's elite, including its most powerful moguls, and many now believe this made him a target.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time.
Jaguar Wright's recent interview with Piers Morgan sent shockwaves through the industry, claiming Jay-Z controls every major player in Hollywood. According to Jaguar, Jay-Z has been quietly pulling strings, boosting the careers of those who comply, and sabotaging those who resist. This isn't the first time Jay-Z's been accused of silencing dissenters, with whispers that anyone who challenges his empire meets a similar fate. But Jaguar's claims go deeper, suggesting Jay-Z is actively involved in destroying careers like Katt Williams. As the industry faces a reckoning in 2024, Katt Williams predicts that all evil will be exposed, and the truth will finally come to light.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side, period.
But what evil is Katt really talking about? According to both Katt and Jaguar, that evil is Jay-Z himself. While Katt has been outspoken about Hollywood's dark side, his life took a dangerous turn after rejecting the $50 million contract. Several incidents fueled suspicions that he was being targeted by powerful forces. In 2016, his home was burglarized just days after he publicly criticized Hollywood's elite, sparking questions about whether this was a warning. Violent altercations followed, with Katt often claiming he was being set up. The most chilling moment came when Katt tearfully announced his retirement from stand-up, visibly distressed, citing the unbearable pressure and danger he was facing.
I'm just gonna go ahead and announce my retirement from stand-up. I'm kinda done.
Aside from attacks on his home, Katt Williams has been repeatedly jailed throughout his career, something he claims is a calculated effort to silence him. While various sources say he's been arrested 17 times, Williams himself claimed the number is closer to 30. Each incident seems to reinforce the theory that powerful forces are out to get him, a sentiment he's echoed in many interviews. His first high-profile arrest came in November 2006 at LAX for carrying a concealed firearm, which resulted in just a $250 fine and probation. But his legal troubles escalated into a Hollywood-like saga. In 2009, police confiscated firearms from his car in a Walmart parking lot, though no charges were filed. Williams called it a witch hunt, claiming authorities were determined to find fault with him. Just a month later, he was arrested in Atlanta for allegedly stealing $3,500 worth of jewelry and coins. Despite vehemently denying the charges, he was hit with burglary and trespassing accusations, securing his release on a $40,000 bond. The 2010s were equally turbulent for Williams. In June 2011, he was arrested after an altercation with a man near his home, posting $50,000 bail. Then, in November 2012, he allegedly attacked someone with a bottle on his tour bus in Oakland, kicking off a string of arrests, with Williams detained 3 more times by December that year.
I don't take any of it personally. I just understand that there are prices you have to pay for stuff.
One of Katt Williams's most notorious incidents occurred in Seattle, where he was involved in a bar fight. Days later, he was arrested in Dunnigan, California, after evading police while driving erratically. His final arrest of that month came when authorities charged him with child endangerment after finding guns and marijuana in his home, though those charges were eventually dropped. In 2014, Williams faced another infamous arrest, this time alongside Suge Knight, for allegedly stealing a paparazzi's camera. Williams avoided jail by agreeing to probation and anger management classes. His legal troubles took a bizarre turn in 2016, when he was arrested 4 times for various altercations, including throwing a salt shaker at a restaurant manager and being accused of criminal damage. In 2018, he was arrested after an argument over a dog, continuing what seemed like an endless cycle of legal battles. Despite his lengthy arrest record, Williams frequently points out that he has never been convicted of a felony, nor served a prison sentence. He claims most of his arrests stem from misunderstandings, mistakes by others, or targeted attacks meant to undermine his career. For instance, on the We D podcast in January 2024, Williams explained that his 2014 arrest with Suge Knight escalated because the photographer was invading Knight's children's privacy. Meanwhile, Jaguar Wright's recent interview has reignited the theory that Jay-Z is behind the attempts to silence Katt. According to Jaguar, Jay-Z has a history of targeting those who expose the truth, using his power and wealth to stifle their voices.
Don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
Apparently, Jay-Z has a vast network of people working for him, ready to discredit anyone who dares speak out against him. One person who has particularly felt Jay-Z's wrath is Diddy. In a separate interview, Jaguar Wright raised critical questions about the timing and motives behind Diddy's current predicament, suggesting deeper forces at play.
So why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time.
During her candid conversation, Jaguar Wright drew parallels between the treatment of controversial figures in the industry, comparing it to R. Kelly's downfall, and hinting at an alleged pattern orchestrated by Jay-Z. When asked who might be next in this purported series of events, Wright pointedly mentioned Diddy, suggesting that Jay-Z was setting him up for a fall.
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
Wright detailed a sequence of alleged manipulations by Jay-Z, referencing past associates and collaborators. According to her, Jay-Z lined up figures like Damon Dash and the late Notorious B.I.G., allegedly stealing their lives and identities. These accusations unveil a complex narrative of betrayal and power dynamics within the upper echelons of the music industry. Wright asserted that Jay-Z stole from D. Haven, Biggie, and Dame Dash, even claiming he took the latter's love, painting a picture of calculated actions against key figures in rap history.
Everything that Dame Dash did for that company, he did to bring his people forward. And while he was bringing it in with a wheelbarrow through the front door, Jay-Z was throwing it out.
The most shocking assertion made by Wright was her insinuation that Jay-Z's intentions extended to R. Kelly, another embattled figure in the music industry. He wants to be the one, she claimed, hinting at Jay-Z's alleged desire for dominance within the narratives of these high-profile incidents. But is there any truth to Jaguar's claims? Let's examine R. Kelly's case. Allegedly sold out by Jay-Z, Kelly is currently appealing his 30-year sentence for racketeering. Recently filed court documents reveal that the 56-year-old singer is presenting multiple arguments to overturn his conviction, including claims of a biased jury and being misled about the ages of the minors he had relationships with. Kelly's attorney, Jennifer Bongine, argued that the government failed to meet its burden of proof during the trial, where the jury found him guilty after nearly 6 weeks of proceedings. A key point in his appeal is the allegation that at least 2 jurors watched Surviving R. Kelly, a documentary funded by Jay-Z, which featured testimonies from his accusers. Kelly's legal team contends that this documentary, allegedly provided to the jurors, could have biased their judgment, especially given his history with Jay-Z. Furthermore, Kelly disputed the ages of the girls involved, asserting that some were at least 18 when their interactions began. His team also contested the admissibility of certain evidence during the trial, claiming irrelevant personal details unfairly influenced the jury's decision. They argued that discussions about his past relationships were prejudicial and unrelated to the charges he faced. Additionally, Kelly raised objections to testimonies from former associates, alleging misrepresentation of facts. Selling out others isn't new for Jay-Z. He reportedly betrayed his best friend, DeHaven Herbie, back in the day. DeHaven was so scarred by the betrayal that he warned Jay's closest friends to be on high alert.
So easy for Jay to turn his back on me. You think Dame stood a chance? You think Jazzo stood a chance? You think Source Money stood a chance? You think all the rest of them, you think they stood a chance?
In a 2007 interview with Vulture, DeHaven Herbie revealed that much of Jay-Z's persona is exaggerated, suggesting that the Brooklyn rapper was merely a low-level dealer, far from the kingpin he portrays himself to be. He over-exaggerates. He was nickel and diming, not doing anything on a major scale, Herbie stated, claiming that Jay-Z had no real affiliation with figures he often mentions in his songs, like the former coke dealer Spanish Jose. Herbie, a public critic of Jay-Z, has voiced his grievances for years, particularly after being abandoned by him during his 1998 federal drug conspiracy charges. Last year, he accused Jay-Z of collaborating with federal authorities, stating, "Some hip-hop artists have beaten federal cases by becoming government informants." He expressed disbelief that this subject isn't discussed more frequently, emphasizing, "It's just impossible for me to understand how they don't have Jay, and they've got all these conversations with him." Herbie also criticized Roc Nation's hiring of Desiree Perez as COO in 2008 and her promotion to CEO in 2019, despite her past as a government informant. He argued that this indicated Roc Nation's ties to the U.S. government, claiming, "As far as I'm concerned, Roc Nation is run by the government." Jaguar Wright's claims suggest Jay-Z has a vast network aimed at discrediting anyone who speaks out against him. In Katt Williams' case, it appears that these orchestrated attacks may have been attempts to silence him and prevent further exposure of the industry's dark side. While many have dismissed Katt's claims as paranoid ramblings, recent reports indicate that federal authorities are investigating whether his incidents were part of a coordinated effort to intimidate him. Could the feds uncover a larger conspiracy involving powerful figures in Hollywood, including Jay-Z? If true, this could be one of the most explosive revelations in entertainment history. As more details emerge, the public will continue to question how deep this rabbit hole goes. Was Jay-Z truly behind the attacks on Katt Williams, or is this just another Hollywood conspiracy theory? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye.